Okay, so in previous videos, we've talked about how peak humans would fare against animals, and also how all of humanity combined would fare against fictional characters. But now for round 3, it's time for all beings on planet Earth to set our differences aside and, literally, join as one. So here's the question, what if every single animal on planet Earth, including humans, what if we all fused into a singular life form? I'm talking about taking every bird on Earth, every animal in the sea, every animal on the land, and all of humanity. What if we took every single animal on Earth and combined them into a single entity? How powerful would we be? Which fictional characters could we defeat? And of course, could we finally punch the carrot? Let's find out! Okay, so the first thing to tackle is, how the hell are we even going to do this? Because there are a lot of animals on Earth. Yes, it would make sense to find out how strong and fast every animal is, and then take all of those numbers and add them together. Doing that would make sense, but that would be extremely time consuming. Luckily, this is a silly video. There is no need to be that rigorous with our methodology. So here's what I propose. Let's take the best stats from individual animals and multiply those numbers by the total amount of creatures on Earth. Yes, this is not the most logical approach, but it does make things easier for us. Okay, now that we have decided how we're going to approach this, the next question is, exactly how many animals there are on Earth? Well, I'll have you know that I shedded tears and sweat laboriously trying to find an answer to this question, which obviously means I grabbed the very first big number I found online. So the answer is 20 quintillion, and this is going to be our base multiplier. Cool, now let's talk about strength. So how strong would this hypothetical life form be? Well, the strongest animal on Earth, technically, is this thing. It's a type of mite, and on average, these things are capable of lifting 1,180 times their own body weight. However, according to a admittedly dubious research paper that I found online, some of these mites have been observed capable of lifting 560,000 times their own body weight. So we are definitely going to use that number. But we're not done, because now we need to know the weight of our hypothetical super being. Look, math boring, I know, but stay with me, okay? I'm trying to be quick. So let's take the weight of the blue whale and multiply that by 20 quintillion. Then we take the lifting strength of the mite, multiply that by 20 quintillion as well, and now we have the numbers that we need. Our hypothetical super life form then would have a weight of 4 sextillion tons, which is about 57 times heavier than the moon, but not as heavy as the Earth itself. Now, that is how much the super being would weigh, but our super life form would be capable of lifting 11 sextillion times its own body weight, which means that our super animal has enough strength to lift things 13 times heavier than the entire Milky Way galaxy. But what good is power without speed, right? So let's take the speed of the Dracula ant, do boring calculations, and since our super animal most certainly would be capable of flying, that means that this creature would be capable of moving at 6 quadrillion times the speed of light. But that's not all, because our hypothetical super animal would be capable of attacking as fast as it can move, which means that this thing could attack the opponent at 6 quadrillion times faster than the speed of light. For perspective, in 1 second, our hypothetical super life form could hit the target 1 septillion times. I want to emphasize the insanity here. In just 1 second, our hypothetical super animal can deliver 1 septillion attacks, and every single one of those attacks has galaxy level strength. And the really neat thing about combining all animals is that our super life form wouldn't just be strong and fast, since it has the capabilities of all animals on Earth, and we have decided that these abilities are enhanced 20 quintillion times. This creature would have some insane capabilities. Its eyesight would be ridiculous. It would have an unbelievably potent venom. Its camouflage ability would be so good it would essentially be invisible. It would be biologically immortal, and the stamina of this thing would be off the charts. Also, thanks to all the streamophiles, our super lifeform would essentially be capable of surviving anywhere. And it would have many more abilities. There are 20 quintillion animals on Earth. The amount of possible combinations here is enormous. The more time you spend thinking about it, the stronger this thing becomes. But in short, this thing is 6 quadrillion times faster than the speed of light and has galaxy level strength. Alright, now that we know how powerful our super animal is, the next question to tackle is, well, which fictional characters can our hypothetical creature defeat? And the answer is quite simple actually. If the fictional character is not galaxy level, our hypothetical super animal wins. This would include characters like, and prepare to get angry if you think that these characters are above galaxy level, but in my opinion, our super animal beats characters like Naruto, Luffy, Ichigo, Saitama before he fought Garou, pretty much every single live action character from any movie or TV show, pretty much every single video game character, quite a few Digimons, and almost every Pokemon. I'm not saying all of them, but the vast majority of them. Okay, but what about Dragon Ball? Well, Dragon Ball characters definitely reach galaxy level power at some point during the Buu saga, but it's hard to say exactly when. Like for example, take Gohan when he was LARPing as the Great Saiyaman. Was he at that point already capable of destroying galaxies? What about Super Saiyan 1 Goten, or Piccolo, or Fat Buu, or Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta? At some point during the Buu saga, some Dragon Ball characters had enough power to destroy galaxies, but it's hard to say who and exactly when they reached this level. Still, it is pretty funny that the creature I created for this video would be strong enough to defeat Super Perfect Cell. In fact, the animal created for this video would be so powerful it would defeat Perfect Cell with just one punch. And that's pretty funny. But look, I will be the first to say this. My approach for this video was not the most logical. My calculations are questionable. I am making a lot of assumptions, and I am ignoring some glaring issues, like the fact that if all animals were to fuse into one, the resulting entity would have all positive traits, but also all negative ones. Really, if all animals actually combine into one, the creature born from that fusion would pretty much die the second it is formed. Just for fun, I was trying to make all animals combined as strong as possible, but I acknowledge that there are many flaws with this video. Also, I want to let you know that we are nowhere near close to how far we can push this concept. Because why stop at just animals? Why not add to the mix plants and germs and fungi? And hell, at that point, why stop at just life forms? Why not add the oceans, the lava, the very mountains, and all other things in the world? What if the entirety of planet Earth fuse into a singular sapient entity? Would that finally be strong enough to fight Ultra Instinct Blue Kaioken Goku? I don't know, because honestly, I'm not interested in tackling a question like that one. Trying to calculate the stats of all of Earth combined sounds like a logistical nightmare. And videos that feature a lot of calculations are very monotonous, both to consume and produce. If someone else feels like power scaling all of Earth combined, then I say go for it. I'm honestly curious to see how someone else would tackle something like that. But for me, this video is as far as I am willing to push this concept. Anyway, that's all I have. So, in conclusion, all animals combined would be around galaxy level. And with that said, I bid you farewell. So, thank you so much for your time, have a wonderful day, take care, and remember to drink water if you can. Try to keep yourself hydrated, it's important. Alright, see you next time, bye!